Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good afternoon, and welcome to a bit of Pillars of Eternity. I don't know how long I'm going to be recording tonight. I think I can get a good 2 hours in. But otherwise, we shall see. It feels like an age since I did the last part. Ah, yes, that's what we woke up to last time. If you could just transform, that'd be great, thank you. You know, one thing I do find amazing is that if there's one thing that CRPGs fail to get right time and time again, it's dragons. In fact, a lot of RPGs do, but CRPGs especially, because they don't do multiple dimensions well. They don't really do flying enemies well. They still have to sort of like be within reach of enemies and whatnot. So it can be a bit strange when they're all within hitting distance. Like this. You just strike them in melee and everything is okay, when really the Drake's strength is being able to fly out of range. And if you try to take cover in the tree line, it will burn down the tree line. But they don't do that here. Don't go out of combat, that's the one you're attacking. Keep charming it, but want it dead. Now I will check something, because I think in the next part we might actually be doing the White March Part 1. But I'm not entirely sure. I can't speed up combat even faster for fights like this. Pillars of Eternity 2, I will not be doing turn-based combat. Absolutely not. I've already done it once. There is no need for me to do that again. It's not like the thing is it's not even something I can just demonstrate and say this is the reason why I hate turn-based combat in this game. Now you can listen to that mode, thank you. But yeah,
what is it?
should do for the time being. But yeah, because the thing is, in Pillars of Eternity 2, you can't turn it off. You have to choose at the beginning of the game if you're going to play turn-based or not. And I don't see, I don't know if there was a design philosophy for it, or like the programming was like they just are simply unable to allow you to switch interchange between them. I don't know. Like, whatever the case, it's not a good look, you know? Meanwhile, Pillars of, like, Pathfinder Kingmaker that came out not long after, came out with, you know, turn-based mode for Pathfinder Kingmaker in a patch. Bear in mind, the game was broken for a fucking year. Do not escape combat. But yeah, Pathfinder Kingmaker just came out with turn-based mode, and it's pretty good. And you can just turn it off pretty much anytime you want to. I don't think you can turn it off in combat. I'm not sure, or you could, I can't remember. It was quite good though. And it's just so impressive. And the thing is that I get Pillars of Eternity and Obsidian Entertainment. They might well have been the first ones to actually do real-time and turn-based in the same game. I don't know. But, you know, it's like, was it so hard to make a working system? It's not like turn-based games haven't existed for a long time, you know? And these guys come from Fallout, which was originally a turn-based game. So maybe I'm not getting it. The cave. Okay, so this is the right way we're going.
Yes.
I need some camping supplies as well. So dark at the lip of the cavern. Oh! It very much sounds like a dragon's lair. So yeah, so Pillars of Eternity, like, just, I'm not doing the turn-based mode. No. It's shocking. I can't remember, how long did I actually spend in Pillars of Eternity 2? Because that game could have been done in 40 hours. Where's my profile thing? Can I see it? I'll shut this squad down while I'm there. Profile. Games. But yeah, I do not like it. Pillars of 32. 125 hours. 125 hours I spent on a single playthrough in Pillars of Eternity.
If my fur catches on fire, roll me like a log on the ground. That works about 80% of the time.
I have to say, I love this map. It is gorgeous. See, when they want to, Obsidian really can make a fantastic looking zone. They're very good at, like, really standout locations in their games.
Brave, thou fear me killed.
Repels my
Kill them.
Why are they queuing up?
Consider it dead. Blood makes the crack. So much for you. Bring them.
There we go. And the haze as well. Beautiful effect. I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, it's like, I don't want to hear anyone say that, like, it's not an RPG if it's not 100 hours long or whatever. It's like those were not 100 quality hours. I would genuinely say I had a good 40 hours of quality content in that game, or however long it was, you know? But every single fight had to be drawn out because of the combat. The turn-based combat, and, yeah.
Gotta be more careful.
Yeah, it was just miserable.
Well.
Yeah. You know, it's like, no, it is absolutely, like, I'd rather have, like, people ask all the time, you know, like, what's a good length for a game? And it's like, your game just needs to be as long as it needs to be. On a related note, or maybe actually more related than I realise. But this bit here reminds me of like travelling down Ognixia's lair. You'd actually go down a path. In fact, I think it's exactly like this. And like here, you'd have like the boss fight with Onyxia. Interestingly enough, it's the final boss of Warcraft Rumble. I've not been playing much of it lately. Kale was silent. He streams issues a stream of words direct into your mind. Glowing, burning. You godlike thing. You come to take my spark, yes? What's the spark? Spark is an ember. Warm, glowing, beautiful. One day I will become a better thing. Bright and terrible like my spark. I promise I didn't come to take your spark. You come to steal it with your cold, dirty paws. We can't do that. Okie dokie, I think it's going to be time for some major spells. What have we got? Restore major endurance. I don't think we need health restoration. I think what we really need is some like sacrifice ground again. Blinding enemies and dealing burn damage, it's probably not going to do them any good. Blinding them would be alright. Accrue burn damage. I'm doing a lot of burn damage stuff here, but now let's increase crit damage. Oh, why not go berserk? Might go down soon, but yeah, he's down, but that's okay. We're doing some good, but let's get this up. Let's decrease all the enemies' move speed. I'm gonna need that consecrated ground real soon. What other spells we got? Tentacles are always fun. I'm gonna need a major endurance restoration there. Yeah, oh yeah, in Pillars of Eternity 1, like, trash fights are awful. You really are gonna hate trash fights. So yeah, you engage that one, you engage that one. No, sorry, I've got a friend there. Can you try and knock that down? It's 10% chance, not great. Let's see if I can knock this down. Okay, I think I just got to heal bot. Heal bot Eddie. Wielding spectacle just if we can line them. Yeah, just keep healing. I need to move closer. Cast Consecrated Ground. Let's fill in with Dread.
That's not very...
An Arcane Blast, let's do that. Keep healing Eddie. Oh, damn, it's down, okay. Summon tentacles to whip him.
Still alive?
This is a very tough fight, I have to say. I wasn't expecting it to be this difficult. Beneficial effects. Yep, we'll suppress the beneficial effects that's on him. Hopefully that'll work. Heal myself up. Well, the spells Arduous Delay. Well, we did it.
What is it?
Burning stone, a bright orange light blazes from the center of the stone. It radiates into the seeds. It doesn't burn your hands as you hold it. Yeah. So with the whole idea of turn-based fights in Pillars of Eternity 2, or in any sort of game, you really have to make the game around turn-based fighting. As in, like Rogue Trader, every fight counts. Every fight is somewhat important, or it lends to the theme. For example, if you're going to like a city that's being beset by traitors and heretics, you can sort of like get to the key areas, but still face resistance. So it's perfectly reasonable for your character to do that. I'm gonna hold on with my points. Spell Mastery. What is Spell Mastery? What does that mean? Does this mean that I improve one of my spells? Restore minor endurance. I would like for it to explain what it does, so... Is it saying that I get more stuff? I'm using Armor of Faith a lot. So let's use that. Let's have a look. What's Spell Mastery? So I get one per encounter. Oh, I see. So I get a free use of Armor of Faith. Okay, that's good. Pillar of Holy Fire. I also get 5th level spells as well. Pillar of Holy Fire. Critical Endurance. Revive the Fallen. Unconscious Allies. Good, because that one was just Revive from Death. Salvation of Time. Extends benefits. Oh, nice.
What is it?
Yeah, so like, but in Pillars of Eternity, if you have turn-based combat, like every fight is so fucking miserable.
It's been overwhelmed. What is it?
I knew that was going to trap somehow. Ruby, Tundra, Tara.
As you wish.
Let's rest. Probably not the best place to rest, but... Unfathomed Soul Hunter. Oh, bugger. Can I reload a save and just see what that guy wanted? Yeah. So yeah, but like when you have the same amount of fights, it's so boring. Like there's just so many fights where like I know I'm gonna win this fight. Like with the Zorops, I know if I encounter Zorops I'm gonna win. So I can just steamroll them. I can just rush over and kill them all in real time. in turn-based, that's not an option. Right. Glapath and Soul Hunter. I'm trying to think who's the Cypher. Mind Striker. Dismiss you, I'm gonna go for you. Excuse me 1 second. And I'm back. So I think, yeah, we've pretty much got the unique characters like Korgrak we've got, who is reducing our prestige, but look at that security. And we've got the Glapath and Soul Hunters as well. So if he's a limited time companion, well, or guard, yeah, I definitely want him.
Quiet.
Yeah. So as I was saying, yeah, like turn-based combat, if you're gonna do it,
Think I see something.
you have to do well. And you have to tailor the fights, because otherwise it's very slow going. The game is miserable to sit through. What's that we've just looted? Like a protection, nothing particularly exciting. Oh no, actually I tell a lie. Edér. Take that. Because the stat differences, yeah, they're not too much, but it's not bad, and when he's like the main tank, yeah, he kinda has to have this good stuff. So yeah. Yeah, turn-based combat in Pillars was miserable, I will not be doing that. And the game is better for it. There's other better turn-based games out there, and other better systems. Health. We get 5th level spell, so we don't get spell mastery. Okay, at least I don't think we do. We could use some more 5th level spells. Form of the Helpless Beast has Polymorph. Very poor defenses but can move quickly. For 14 seconds. That's really good. That's the kind of spell you do need. With Safeguard. No. Malignant Cloud. Does poison damage, and poisons are very powerful sort of damage type in this because it's raw damage. Raw is very hard to negate. Wall of Force. Yeah, I'll go for Wall of Force, things like that. Oh, Spell Mastery, yes, okay. So what festival spell do we want? Fan of Flames is good. Jolting Touch, Sunless Grasp, Ghost Blades. I'll go for Ghost Blades. So that means I think he has that spell without needing to use it from his spellbook.
Yes.
Yes. Let's pray encounter. So that's pretty good. Improve your athletics. Improve your survival. Fighter abilities. Conservative combat strategy, looking on enemies that stretch too close. What else have we got here? Clear out. 2 per rest. Looking at its prone, okay. The fray. Learn to see the battle. Pulling it. Overpowering guard. Fighter's disengagement attacks will have increased accuracy and looking at its prone. Leave me frightened and terrified. That'd actually be really good. It's terrified. Yeah. Actually, it's not too good. Critical defense, yes. Convert crits to hits and hits into grazers. Confident aim. Unbending. 3 per rest. It would be good, but I have critical defense. Let's mitigate the damage. And Kana. Your mechanics doesn't go up. 3rd level phrases. Burn damage, no. Deflection. 7 men onto the deck they went. If is Smithfear. We do bestows bestows a burning effect on all allied weapons. I'll go for that one.
Need something?
So very close to leveling up. Let's rest up.
On it. Yes.
Oh, loot. It's nice as well it shows up on the map. So, I think we need to go that way next. There's nothing out down this way. Is there anything anywhere else? This way, maybe? No, it's not uncovering anything else. It might be because it's later in the game that we go along that path there. Don't know. I need to go this way, though. I just need to check as well before I continue when I need to do the DLC. Most of the white match. So, to... Okay, and then we can do a bit more endless paths of Cadnoa. So go this way. Finished in 3 hours. Okay, okay, good. Warden's Lodge is nearly done. Took 4 hours to get there. Great, so we can actually build our next thing. So yeah, we'll do some more endless paths of Cadnoa as well. So the Warden's Lodge is complete. That gives us bounties, so we can do those as well. The Woodland Trails. Let's go for the Bright Hollow Hearth. Your home is only as comfortable as a hearth, restoring yours will return similar skill to your order. These are just nice little upgrades, I think. Orland's Bramble Ring. Freedom. MPS proved. Okay. There is a path there, okay. A man stands before you, his face smeared with green and ochre dyes. Hides and furs cover his body, and he holds a spear in one hand.
Tread carefully, Estramor.
Back to your village, Estramor. You are lucky the 3 tusks still got a hunt about the quarry today. Pretty scary. If not the toughest of the Glambathan tribes, the Trusk are certainly the most belligerent and civilized. The two still guards will ride them into battle, which tells you everything you need to know about their subtlety and self-preservation instincts. The farm has grown too fearful to even mention our name. We are the fiercest of the 6 tribes of Her Glanfith. We are the guardians of the monument here. What do you know about Johnbonne, really? It is a sacred place of the builders, and neither your fee nor ours shall sully in stones. The grasses, however, I will gladly water with your blood. Looking for a group of people who may have already entered the ruins. So are we. That is why we wait here, tomorrow. That is why I decided to let you leave in peace. These individuals are my enemies too. If you could let me in, I could bring them out for you. Ah! And allow even more Estamorn to trample our sacred ground? Certainly not. Well, you already messed up once. What's the harm in doing it again on our account? Seeing as well, probably much nicer people. What will you do? We will wait. If they are inside, they must come out. And when they do... Out of ahead, the builders. Rex aspirated at clicking noise of his tongue. They are known by other names in the heathen tongues of the farm folk. There are ancients who build this place, and many more like it. We are of the 6 tribes that guard their legacy. Are we going? And do not come this way again. Looks like we're trying to find another way in then. I haven't much to say about pillars at the moment. There's a bit of gaming news that's been happening, so Spec Ops: The Line has been delisted due to its music, and the lead designer of it is wondering why. So, well, because you've used music, the licenses run out. Like, this isn't a big shock. This isn't, you know, a new thing in the industry. Obsidian's Alpha Protocol has vanished because of that. You know, Deadpool, I think, has gone because, like, Activision lost the rights to Marvel's, to, you know, use Marvel and whatnot. These things happen. And people want to ask, well, why isn't there, like, a unlimited license? Well, if there's an unlimited license, they might attach things to their brand that they don't want anymore. Don't forget, it's not just the artists, it's the music industry that owns them as well. So, it will jump to the side, kind of misjudges the jump. Nice, sprains his wrist, okay, that's not good. So that's 1 injury, 3 in his out. But we'll manage. But yeah, yeah, it's like these things happen, you know,
Yeah?
with music licenses. You can't ever trust them to really remain forever. I'm going to boost your stealth skill. And you can have spell mastery. I don't know what really you actually have. We'll go for a healing spell. Nice figure. And then he gets his mid-level spells as well. If you want to pause and read those, you can. But yeah, I don't really do the spells. I imagine you probably have to. Rather than just treat him as like an normal tank, whatever, but... Stealth. With a little spell, Ringleader. It's an insidious and powerful compulsion to obey the cipher. Oh. Dominating the target and charming all others. Borrowed Instinct. Oh, that is good. Detonate. Raw damage. Just blow someone up from within. You blow up their soul. That's like the most metal thing I've heard this year so far. Yeah, detonate. We'll go for that. Nice.
Yes.
So yeah, it's like so it was on GOG for a time as well, good old games, but that's since been removed. Oh, hello. So yeah, its impact at the time is far greater than its impact today. It's like it was a fairly average game, even for 2000, whatever, 10 standards. Yeah, it was a very average game even then, but it was meant to be like a distillation of like the sort of hurrah flag waving BS of the modern shooter. I hadn't read that properly. How can people virtues just to prevent lawless when they don't dig his roots? The stone's gonna wash. Yeah, we probably don't want to go that way. Can I leave a note? No. I loved in older RPGs, and you can still do it in a lot of them today, where you can leave notes on your map. You can write little things down.
What's this?
Well, it's probably a trap.
Well,
Yeah. It's like Spickle's, but the thing is, like Spickle's line, it's like, its whole thing was like, you didn't have to buy this game. You didn't have to play the game. It's like, well, I've just paid 50 quid, so yeah, I kind of had to. It's oh, but you paid 50 quid for glorious violence, and we're going to guilt trip you into it. It's like, yeah, okay, but that's a message at my expense, though. You know, you're telling that message, and it's cost me money to do that. You know. Now, if I knew that I was going to, if I was going to get the money back at the end of it, without knowing that, oh yeah, when you complete the game, we'll refund. That'd be one thing. But they don't do that. And that's kind of a big deal.
keeping an eye out.
Just notice, well, level 1. This is level 1 to this place. Be here for a while. Yeah. But yeah, Spock's line, it was good, but it's like, not to mention as well, it didn't really do anything that Apocalypse Now or Heart of Darkness, the Congo Diaries, didn't do. Especially if you consider the fact that, you know, Apocalypse Now is basically just a Vietnam War adaptation of the Congo Diaries. Very good film. Absolutely fantastic film. But, wow, nice.
Laying low.
But not very original. I'm sure there's lots of things that they did on their own, but yeah. But yeah. Use your second wind, use your second wind.
Well?
They shall see nothing while I see much.
So yeah. So it was an alright game, but it's like, its message. Like, the message is good, but the execution is quite poor. Yeah, it's like it just wasn't entertaining to just be guilt-tripped about, you know, a war-bad game. As like, the more times I've played it, and I've played it multiple times, the less the message has its impact. It's that sort of game where, like, you can only really ever play it once. Because the more times you play after that, the less point there is to it. Yeah, go for a sec. Like how the enemies are politely queuing up.
So much for you. That's it. So laying low. As you wish.
So yeah, Spec Ops The Line. It's like like, whatever my opinions of it though, I think it should be available for all to see. It's disappointing the music license has. The savages master the gates with their arrows and swords and spears, the only quick conquest and plunder their chieftains right. Chieftains fear not, vengeance of the gods, nor the wrath of their enemies, death will not punish them. So I think this is talking about how the invaders came to take the land of the natives. Yeah, it's like a very common theme, I think, in Obsidian games. Not that I'm complaining, it's one that's absolutely worth exploring. What else is there? THQ Nordic. Oh no, sorry, Piranha Bytes. There's been rumours that they might be closed down, following more losses from Embracer Group, because Eidos, the makers of Deus Ex and Tomb Raider, they already had a Deus Ex game in the making. Yeah, they got shit canned. They've suffered losses and layoffs. Yeah, and then Piranha Bytes, the makers of Gothic, are kind of wondering like there's been rumours that they're gonna get laid off, and they're like, oh please don't lay us off, we're making Gothic, a remake, as if that's gonna save. Because I love Gothic, and I love Piranha Bytes, and I certainly think they deserve a lot more credit for their shaping of the RPG space. And I think they could have had a much more positive impact. I think the things they've done for RPGs are so much more than anything Bethesda has done. Never could buy Ghost Accord with the Chiefs. Cannot people find order when sunset brings darkness? But never a map of the stars in the sky. But yeah, like they've done so much more for the industry than most other game devs, and yet, you know, their contributions have gone. But not to mention as well, it's like the problem with Piranha Bytes is that they've been making the same game for 25 years or whatever. Never the spirit, always the flesh. There are people of lowered eyes. This might be one big bit of despair, so I'll save up. And yeah, like the makers of Gothic, like they made Gothic, they made Arcania, which is Gothic 4. They made Risen 1, 2, and 3. They made Elex 1 and I think 2 is in development. Or it's coming out soon.
What is it?
But it's the problem of like, well, Eloth fire everywhere now.
So much for you.
Fireball. Fireball. I mind if he's not going to do fireball there. I want to one here.
As you wish.
Sorry, Edér, but you gotta take this. Fireball. Yeah, because it's confusing when turning us against each other, so we need to take out the spores.
Alive? I need something sharper.
I think I see something.
So much for you.
If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for them.
What is it?
What's this?
What is it?
I'd gladly shoulder the load, but the pack won't hold anymore.
Yeah. Where does that take me? That staircase to nowhere. Let me go this way. Let me go back. Yeah. But the thing is, yeah, they'll be making the same game, and you might say, well, Bethesda made the same game. Yeah, the difference is Bethesda made games that people were paying for and buying. Yeah, like don't get me wrong, I think Gothic deserves far more of the success that Morrowind had than Morrowind did, but that's not the reality of things. And I'm sorry, but your games you've been doing the same thing over and over again. You've still insisted on that Eurojank. You've still insisted on that low budget stuff. And with a higher budget, you've tried to do the same stuff that you've always done. So if you do get canned for Animates, it will be an immense shame. But it is wholly expected. You haven't innovated. You haven't progressed anything that you've done, barring like the very bare minimum, or some minor things, but your games are fundamentally the same. And yes, in a fair world. Source plates. But yeah, in a fair world, Gothic would absolutely tower over the Elder Scrolls series, and the Elder Scrolls series would have to get shit together. But we don't live in a fair world, and that's not what happened. So Branovites need to put their ideas up unless they get laid off. Still up on the table of Ogre Matron Sura by Ferron Dilsha after he has infiltrated her compound to assassinate her. Sura's supper plate has become the assassin's running joke. In the moment of his triumph, Ferron pulled the iron plate from under the matron's lifeless head and held it up as a shield. Thinking himself quite clever, he took the plate and several of Sura's eating utensils to a local blacksmith and a shield fashioned from them. Sharp blades protruding from the front of the shield prove an excellent deterrent against foes at close range, and Ferron had to wielding it regularly until he lost his shield, his arm, and his life to Sura's daughter. Like Grendel and Grendel's mother. Retaliation. 6 to 10 piercing damage. Nice, not bad. It's a shame it's a small shield, otherwise I'd have it. And tiny animat. I'll take that. Let's replace our Blackhound with the animat. There you go. You had a point enough. Look at him there. Tiny little animat man. Brilliant. Hungering always for nations and gold, they were ruthless and fearless. Something over there. I want to know what's there. But I think we might have to go up a flight of stairs to discover that. Yeah, it looks like it's one floor up, maybe. There are exits, so we won't go that way, so we'll go this way. This might just take us outside though, I'm not sure. But yeah. Yeah, like, I wish Branabites all the best. I hope they don't get laid off. If you are wondering why Embrace the Group is laying off so many people, it's because essentially what they were doing is they were buying up a load of studios, and then they had a deal with the Saudi Arabians to say, right, we want you to... we're going to sell you this stuff for several $1 billion. The problem is, the Saudis backed out at the last minute, and, you know, it's like, oh right, well we need to now lay off all these people that we just bought because we can't actually sell them to the Saudis anymore. And I've seen people saying, you know, like, well, the Saudi, you know, like Saudi princes are so flaky and whatnot, but at the same time it's like, no, why did you buy these studios in the first place? You don't have the cash in hand, so you bought them for the sake of buying them. Not to mention Square Enix had, you know, sold them for a pittance. Like, they sold, like, Eidos for 3 million or 30 million. I think it was actually maybe like... No, it wasn't 300 million. It was about 30 million they sold Eidos for. It's like, look, I've got... in fact, I'll tell you what. I've got a Scottish £20 note here, right? Probably can't see it there. Scottish £20 note. I have to say, they're Scottish. Their pound notes are beautiful. Green screen's going funky. Now, do it properly. Yeah, that's the vast sum of my wealth, right there. Okay, I've got that right. Okay, so you can see that when the green screen's not fucking. I will buy Eidos from you. If I'll buy Piranha Bytes with you for this 20 quid, because that's the best deal you're gonna get. It's better than nothing from the Saudis, right? The point is, you know, it's like you haven't got anything from buying these, and now they're just destroying these studios. And, you know, it's like, it's cost them how much money? So it's a bit aggressive and public clear account on the column in this algo figures of men and women items there is. I was raised to the suits of armor and the bows, chiseled at the bottom. Okay. So imagine we have to go through these rooms. This doesn't look too big a dungeon, we might be able to do this relatively quickly. We'll see, we'll go through. I just saw the little man there. Let him go. Woo. Yes, he's returned to the grieving mother. Adra grows in the central pillar. She used to spill down steps, luminously in the night shows. Adra, okay. Interesting to know what Adra actually is. Like, because I know it grows, but like, what causes it to grow? Oh. Oh, it may like us. Oh, I've used already. Great, okay. I think I have to rest up soon. Yeah, because our friend here might actually properly die.
I'm sorry if I was a little tactless before about your being alive. I didn't really understand what was involved. Is it hard hearing the spirits all the time?
I'm not going to give Obsidian the credit of saying it's fairly useful. You're asking if I'm correct yet. You've seen enough for our purposes. And in any case, we'll find a solution along with our mere world's curse sets in. You've my word on that. I've got my first club reputation, nice.
As you wish.
But yeah. Yeah, let's go with the Prometheus. But yeah, Embracer bought all these studios, and it's just gone to absolute dog shit for all of them. And I have sympathy for the studios, like, even like, Piranha Bytes. I've been saying that they've just been making the same game over and over. But I tell you what, the game they've made is fucking brilliant. It's just not very successful though. And the Gothic remake, or whatever the hell it was going to be, but I'm sorry to say it was absolute pants. The combat was a fucking atrocity. And don't tell me I didn't get it. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean I don't get it. I'm simply that from a lot of these fanboys. But no, I did get it. I just wasn't a fan, Yeah, it will be a shame to see the developers of some of my favourite RPGs go, but they've done nothing to adapt to change with the times. And change public perception of them. Yeah, then what was that? There's some sort of medallion there, I think. Perception 2, the core. The Scarlet Locket is the legacy of some of the Inguithan's early soul experiments. The crystal inside is filled with the essence of dozens of souls. While no one is certain of its original purpose, it is believed that it was once created in the first attempts to build that and control animats. It is said that unable to get out, some of the souls have lost their sanity, while others formed a unique collective consciousness that kept the memory and talents of each alive. Those who wear it swear they hear voices talking to them, guiding their actions. The locket is scratched and inlaid with simple neoloid patterns. The crown base is decorated with a stylized bear head. On the opening of the locket, you see six-sided crystal appears to be dark at first, however it's got an orange glow. Great. I don't know who benefits from that. You can have a turban if you like. So I've got another hat to give you. Oh yes. Braces of all-consuming rage. Usable by ranger. Okay, I think that's only usable by druid. No, it doesn't like it. So, of might and constitution. I think you actually benefit more from those. You benefit from those. Well, that's what Aloth doesn't have. No. Actually, you are a Chanter. But no, you can have them instead. Mother, there you go.
As you wish.
So yeah, so Embracer Group just completely cacked out. And the sad thing is that when they file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, purchase an hour leather disappears. Oh, so much minimum swing your house. Okay. When they file for bankruptcy, the people in charge of it will just move on to bigger and better projects.
Not very quiet.
They're gonna be okay. They're gonna make it. And to hell with the consequences. And everyone else's lives they've ruined doesn't matter. You know? Because that's what they do. That's what these, things do. They just exist to buy. Spending it even, it's just it's not even a hobby to them, it's just a habit. It's like fidgeting. You just buy these things up without any care or consideration. So yes, I'm very, very disappointed. This is what's happening with these acquisition.
I think I see something.
Acquisitions the company is doing them.
Braved out.
If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for them.
So much for you.
Braved out Philothelim.
Okay. Let's just read this one again. We forget the eyes upon the altar. Another member of the procession drives a dagger at his heart. Something flows from the diamond into the white stone perched on the altar.
I shall be discreet.
So it seems these guys aren't exactly entirely innocent. One of my most hated enemies in all video games is will-o-wisps. Hated them in Oblivion, hate them here, hate them in Pathfinder Kingmaker. I swear to God they're one of the toughest enemies you could possibly find. Like early on, I'm not joking, like for their level, they are abhorrent.
Braved out.
What is it? As you wish.
Okay. So these white stones are clearly important. So yeah, what else is happening in gaming? Ken Levine of Bioshock fame has come out with another game that looks like Bioshock, called Judas, and yeah, it's pretty darn cool. Within key, multifaceted piece of crystal has been cut for perfection. Man and woman carved into the Sandra, boil the contents of the vase and their feet. Okay, well I found a key. Oh, I can get rid of that box, that's good. But no, I want to keep it up. So I can read it at least. There's nothing there that's super important. But it's handy for me to sometimes just look at it and have a bit of a recap. So yeah. So I can't really comment on that new game, it looks good. Yeah.
So much for you.
Proactive!
Okay, so that opens up that way. Okay, that's good. So there's a nice little shortcut.
Great.
Something I find interesting is like, yeah, there's very few instances in games where it's like, oh yeah, like we're actually chasing after these intruders, and they've killed all the inhabitants, or they've disarmed all the traps, or they've triggered the traps, you know. Man or woman. I wonder if like there can't be Bionic Arcanine or whatever they're called. Can't be one of the incarnations of breath. That doesn't seem like them. The water, the vase. So I'm wondering if that's another incarnation of the god. Well, maybe. Possibly my older gods. It's interesting that like there is actually an older god than the ones that we know. Called Remagand. Remagand, I think his name was. And yeah, no one's actually sure quite what Remagand is. We'll come to know them in the White March. Oh, bloody hell, Eddie, sorry, we didn't realise we were behind.
Well?
So yeah. And yeah, they're like another sort of god of death. But yeah, it's not really, I can't really talk too much about it until we've actually seen
As you wish.
the finale of the game, or like the third act. Okay, so we're back here. Yeah. Going back to my point of like how like the intruders are here and like all the doors are shut and all the enemies are alive. It's kind of a big problem with Pillars in a way that like you will find that there's no urgency to just about anything you do. You're told there's urgency, but there isn't. There is really no need to rush. Oh, hello, look at that there, towards the left. Thank you, camera. Oh. These are bodies, frozen like shadows of a nuclear bomb. Something... Buzzes through your teeth. I love how they describe some of this stuff. Like, it just feels so weird, the idea of, oh, it's buzzing through your teeth. It's like, it's such an evocative idea. You know? A haze of essence lingers over the body, as faint and insubstantial as the dust plume in a rider's wake. Yet as you draw closer, whispered instructions echo in your ears, and anticipation warms your blood. In a vision, you see the same stone machine you approached moments ago, but from a different height and angle, as if through different eyes. You had heard rumours that some of your brethren were sent here months before, yet you see no sign that anyone has been here. In fact, the cobblestones are covered in fine lurid dust. Ash. You suddenly know what this will cost you. And you are ready. The orders were clear. The effects of the machine and Clairboundary lag were to wearing off. A child had been born not far from the Deerwood recently, its soul intact. The machine would need to be reactivated. You and your companions take up positions. You share a final look of affirmation between yourselves. They don't know your name and you don't know theirs, but you know that you're doing the work of the gods together. None of the rest mattered. 2 carved bands of stone in the middle of the machine grind into motion. They rotate in opposite directions, picking up speed until they spin like freshly greased carriage wheels. Wind shrieks through the cavern, accelerating with the stone rings. You press your hands to your ears and grit your teeth against the noise. You're about to shut your eyes. You glimpse new movement. Rows of triangular flaps around the machine open like petals. You don't know what's happening in the machine. You feel a tingling in your extremities. Searing pain spreads through your body, a hot knife separating every tissue and ligament from within you. All the while, it feels as if you're falling towards the machine, your stomach mashed against your spine. What happens next is too fast to process. You awaken from the vision and find yourself kneeling and gasping for air. Holding your head, you let the tiles between your knees gradually come into focus. As you catch your breath, you remember the strange scene you saw at Silent Lease, where several robed figures fell amidst a howling biowick. So this is what happened at the beginning of the game. Looking at the ash scattered across the cavern floor, it is apparent that the leaden key has been doing this, whatever it is, all over the Deerwood. They've been activating these machines. This is the next one that we know of that they've done. And this one seems recent. Edér. Inspect the stream. Way to the tunnel. Swim into the tunnel. It's darkness. I'm gonna send Edér to grab the whatever's glinting in the rock, because he has the best athletic skill. Oh, he has a constitution of 16. There's a skeleton with a handle protruding from its ribs. Edér pulls it free and pushes off the main wall, exposing himself to the back of the main tunnel. Nice, well done. Swirling and tumbling through the darkness of the tunnel, you see at last a halo of light above. The Rose of Salt Hollow. Okay. I will pray tell us the Rose of Salt Hollow. Rose of Salt Hollow is a morning star two-handed. So it has a strong interrupt of 1 second, nice. 1927 crush damage, 25% corrode damage, 20% of damage restored as endurance, very nice. A young weapon with a relatively short history, the Rose was forged from blackened Emerald steel and topped with a wickedly thorny bloom of petals. The morning star's resemblance to its namesake doesn't end with a head. Its long faded black shaft also features small thorns along its entire length, causing discomfort to even the armored wielder. Akran Grist, a successful adventurer from the Red Siren seaside village of Salt Hollow, had the gnarly weapon made after his friends joked about how nothing could grow in the alkaline soil of their home. Akran used the rose to defend Salt Hollow from bandits and to help his comrades kill 2 skydrakes who had made their lair near a road leading into the village. When Salt Hollow no longer held the wonder for them that it once had, Akran and his friends made their way through the Deerwood to seek their fortunes in the ruins of Glanfeth. They have not been heard from since. And so we can make our way out. I think we'll go for the other exit this time. And hopefully not set off these guys off. We can convince them that we've made some friends. Or it's not the way to help. The warrior stared as you exit their room. A bit of expression shook in anger. You're one to Stamar. Well, we don't want that. So, I was expecting that to happen, to be honest. Yeah, I was hoping they'd give us time to explain, but if not, no worries. Right.
Of course.
I don't think there's been much else going on in games, to be honest. Nothing tabletop that I can think of. Oh yeah, Warhammer YouTuber Bricky is no longer able to maintain, I think, at least one of their channels on account of it being very expensive. But it does, you know, remind people of the uncomfortable truths of YouTube. That, like, look, ad revenue is crap. You know, you've got to rely on Patreon because merch doesn't sell, ads don't do anything. The money you get from the amount of followers you have is nothing, you know. So you've got to rely on Patreon and tip jars. I haven't given much more thought to the tip jar idea. I think I will do it in Pillars of Identity 2. But we shall see. Okay, so we won't bother them. Let's head back to the first fires then, because I don't think there's anything else that this place can hold for us. So yeah, put it on Earth. Let's finish construction. Let's have ourselves let's build the courtyard pool. So I think we want the Ducal Palace. I want to see the Duke. Nice to see you. Stay back or you'll feel the blade of my blade. Nice to meet you. Oh, very oblivion. But yeah, so it's a shame that another big Warhammer 40k YouTuber's gone. Or at least is downsizing, but yeah, like the cost of production just isn't worth the actual results. Mind you, they did do, I think, a lot of expensive stuff as well. Sidley, anything here? No. Okay, great.
Good day, stranger.
So the burning snow, no journey to Searing Falls myself. That's what I found there. Where the flame? Do you know what this is? No. This is a piece of the Godhammer bomb. This very weapon Magran herself built to help defeat Saint Widewin in the Saints' War. It's weird, seeing it right in front of you like that. Oh, it's just stories, never seem real. So why don't I feel any differently? What good does this do? Knuckles whine as she tightens the fingers around the stone. She trusted the Godhammer to her followers. Perhaps she's trusting them again to win the legacy. Transformation through trial. It isn't an easy answer, but I'd expect no less from my goddess. As she looks at the statue, the flame springs from its raised hand. One of the things I've always loved about Magran is her affinity for fire. It grows and spreads. You've given me what I need. I'll make sure the people of Defiance Bay and to give the people of Defiance Bay the support they need. Defiance Bay extraordinary positive. Now, let me give you something you might need. A weapon worthy of the goddess herself. Please accept it as thanks for your service to Magran. And to me. Let's have a look at that. I always press the wrong button. Unforgiven. Wow, flail of one hand. 3 balls in the end. 14 to 20 crush damage, not great. 10% is burn, nice. 30% of greatest convert to hits, that's really good, exceptional. 8 accuracy and 30 damage, 20% attack, so we get 25 burn damage, that's really good. So that all makes up for that, which is still okay. The origin of this item is a point of contention among the followers of Earthas and Woodica. Ephesians believe that their priests had it commissioned in the early aftermath of the Saints' War in the hopes that it would coax their god back into the world to finish what he started. Woodicans, on the other hand, claim that the item is older than that, an instrument of retribution against Oathbreakers, originally employed by the Steel Garrote, an order of Woodican paladins, devoted to the enforcement of oaths and contracts, often in mirthless fashion. The flail itself is unique in that the spiked ball at its ends was fashioned out of an incense burner, and when it sees vigorous use, the smell of incense blankets the area. I like that a lot. Like the plague sensiers in Warhammer Fantasy, the Skaven, with the rats and the poison. It's so good, I love that stuff. It's fashioned out of an incense burner, and when it sees rigorous use, the smell of incense blankets the area. Its reputation has led to a handful of notable deceptions, whereby people who defied their agreements were frightened into honouring them when the smell of incense was introduced into the negotiation room or bedchamber. I love that, that's really nice. That's really, really good. There's the flame again. I wonder if Durance has got to say anything about it. Let's just go back up here and see if there's anything new. Perhaps now that our reputation in Defiance Bay has improved, the records keeper will be a bit more toward. Will be less on. We shall see.
Good day to you.
Defiance Bay positive too. For the first time he turns his full attention towards you. His eyes flicker with recognition. Of course, yeah, so it's all about the reputation. Of course, their policy is for the general public. Exceptions can be made for those who have already proven their worth. He looks up on the shelf. The rosters are in the front. The obituaries of the dead are in back. President to Edér's outstretched hands. He thumbs through the book, and at last his hand stops, his fingers just below one name.
Taylaj died 18 Majaverno 2808. Third Battle of Cleaban Relog. Blazing Glonfather names, I swear. Rayet Saris? I'll be the effigy. He fought for Rayet Saris. Why'd he fight for Rayet Saris?
I'm sure he had good reason. I am too.
We gotta go there. That battlefield. Clea... the one I said. I don't know how else I'm gonna make sense of all this. I gotta see what he saw. And who knows, maybe his spirit will even be there and you can have one of your weird talks with him. I mean, worth trying, right?
I'll do what I can. I'll help you in any way I can.
I appreciate that. Wish I could say you won't regret it, but you certainly might.
So, we gotta go back, which is okay for me. And Sagani has returned. Nice. So yeah, so I think the next part we'll be going into the White March. Will holds. Okay, so entering the... well, I'll let you read this if you want to. We got a cloak. Okay, so we got a nice magic item. And then this will be done in 25 hours. It'll take about 20 hours to get to where we need to go. So yeah, so Paths of Kednoa, but I don't think I need to do those, to be honest. I think payday, we paid them 1,000 of 50.
This is the place. My big brother's last battle. I wish I could tell you what we're looking for. Anything from that battle, I guess. Whatever 15 years of rain hasn't buried. You see my brother's ghost, you give me a holler, all right? Not much here. Too recent. Nothing over here. I guess they cleaned up real good after the battle. I think I see... no. Never mind. Hey, so the metal in the ground.
These ruins are claimed, friend. On your way.
No need to get riled, boys. We're just passing by.
Look at his talisman, Pag. Eothasian.
How about that? A godless sack of shit. We got a blazing corpse worshiper on our hands.
He's either godless or he's a blazing corpse worshipper. Right?
Actually, they never found the body.
Only reason for the legacy is because the Duke doesn't got the guts to see you all slaughtered. The gods want you dead. Me and Pag, though, we done our part during the purges, didn't we, Pag?
Seamstresses?
Make your cracks now. Got no god or homeland to avenge you. By Magrin, this'll be short work.
Surely the gods want peace between us.
And what part of a war goddess wishes peace? No, friend. Only through the blood of our enemies is our goddess quenched.
There's 6 of us and there's 2 of you. Do you really, really want to do this?
Doesn't matter who it was for anyway. Country's better for the purges. Maybe we start a new purge right here.
Right, yep, I agree.
That was short work.
Exceptional breastplate, nice. Yeah, I'm guessing we're gonna go to the ruins. So yeah, once you've taken the first injury, you can jump across without incident. Where's my pickle? Just making sure you get home safe and sound, sweetheart. Not that I can do much from here. Battle take place here. We'll keep looking around. But I don't know where it is. It's in the battlefield, but I don't know. Trying to think what else there is. There's more news on like the Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 trailer. I've not seen it yet, I'm not gonna lie. Well, I sound cautiously optimistic about it, like I am with Avowed. It's the same thing of like, I'm more cautious than I am optimistic. I think people forget how bad Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 1 was when it first came out. Through no fault of the developers. You know, that game had to be rushed. It had to be made in like 18 months or whatever. With a brand new engine, you know, like the Source engine, brand new for the time. Because that's come out on the same day. Showcase it. It'd be like the second Source game ever made. And what they did was good, but yeah. But Jesus, that game had problems. It's a shame because it was such a good game and it deserved better. And I'm glad that the community has made it so much better than it already is. But yeah, but even then though, that's the thing that's like, yeah, but that was, you know, 20 years ago. 20 years ago. And it was masterful. At least the story and all that stuff it had so much personality. And everything I've seen of like Masquerade 2, it's like, yeah, the graphical fidelity is good. And the models seem okay, but Jesus web, some of the stuff in that game is not looking good. The dialogue system, no. The voice protagonist, no. And it's not that I mind a voice protagonist, it's when the voice protagonist doesn't say the thing that they're meant to say. that they say they're going to say. I'm pretty sure that doesn't make sense. But, yeah. Yeah, it's not great. Like, I'm not shitting on the game or anything like that. I'm not giving it too much grief. I think it's fair to say. Why can't I open the map? That's why, because I tabbed out. Game does not let me tab it out. Okay, so his soul isn't here. So it really must be back out there then. Excuse me. Yeah, so let's go back outside. That's the right entrance, not the exit rather, not that one. So what was that built? 22 minutes, okay. What's new? Okay. Oh, we got plenty of cash to pay the hirelings, that's alright. And we've got plenty of gear. We'll be alright. Yeah, I think whoever this guy is who's challenging me, I think we're gonna do alright against them. Ah. Concern start piece. Okay.
I've seen these before. They top the standards of Raid Ceres. Or did when Weidman was alive. Well, it's something. Just not sure what it gets me.
I'll show to the grieving mother. That's good. Do you think you can help us? Look, I appreciate you taking the initiative, but I don't think there's much chance that this nice stranger lady happens to be a cipher. I'm gonna screenshot that. That's brilliant. It shows who the grieving mother is. Like, the party doesn't even acknowledge her. Yeah. They don't even acknowledge the fact that she's just here. She just happens to be a stranger in this battlefield. I will do what I can. But I will need the skill of a watcher to aid my own. To identify the soul once I have found its traces. Focus, she says. Okay. Goodness me. I'm just letting you guys read this because I'm not doing the voice thing tonight. Okay. So it seems as though that Edér's brother went to the king and seemed to enjoy the words. So held up his banner.
Anything? Looked like you were working real hard there.
Okay. Let's have a look. I surely should read out loud, actually. There's a defense bow before diverting abruptly. Okay, you're making a beeline for Red Cirrus. Upon the throne sits a man whose head is pure blinding light, and its gaze turns to you. It drowns out all else. We met Wideman there.
Well, what'd he talk about with Widewind?
Redmond's head was a beam of light.
I figured that. Woden and me had heard enough stories from his uprising to know it wasn't just some tall tale. Doesn't mean he was Aethys. It could have been some wizard's trick. It's what they talked about that's important. What'd they say?
I don't know.
That's not funny. Come on. That metal sun, my brother touched it. You saw where he went. Now what'd he talk about with Widewind? Why'd my brother fight for Raid Saris?
I wish I had something better to tell you. Are you deaf? I said I don't know. I start to have a character shout. It's not often you see that in dialogue. Even written. Well, I'll go with I wish I had something better to tell you.
I guess that's it.
We'll find some other way to know why he did what he did.
I don't think we will. What will we do? Look for more war relics? We were lucky to find this one. Soldiers that fought with him are long dead. The battle was a massacre. Whatever Aethys knows, he's not talking to anyone.
We don't have to wait around anymore. I got what I needed. If only there were more words to fill such emptiness. But he had to remove his doubt, his question. I regret that my answers have only deepened his pain.
Well? Hey. Woden was, about everything you'd want your firstborn son to be. Dutiful, honest, put thought into everything he did. Real pain in my ass. Made me look bad about every way he could. It wasn't something he tried to do, but of course that just makes it worse. Not that he didn't get into trouble himself. He was just better about feeling guilty after. But we used to have this farmer near us, Hereward. Couldn't stop talking about how well he cared for his chickens. How their feathers were the whitest in town. Convinced the butcher to pay him double what the other farmers got. Me and Woden got tired of hearing it. I was maybe 11, 12 at the time. We borrowed about 6 different dyes from the dyer one night. Dyed Hereward's chickens every color but white. Next morning, the butcher comes knocking, asking for 6 of his whitest chickens. We were feeling great, up until Hereward saw what we'd done. He just got on his knees and cried right there. All those colorful chickens around him, not knowing what to make of it. I thought it served him right, but I could tell Woden had other thoughts. Sure enough, the next day, every one of those chickens had been scrubbed down. They weren't white, mind you, but Woden sure tried. Never said a word to me about it, but I knew. That was Woden. My parents, they always let us be who we were. Never told me to be more like him or anything like that. Which was good, because I was never gonna. What's on your mind? It makes 2 of us. What's on your mind?
As you wish.
That's Edith's quest. Simple as that. No happy ending, just you find out that you actually don't know what happened with your brother. Is it a satisfying conclusion? Not really, no. But then, that's what the world's all about, that's what life's all about. It's all...
say, I'm impressed.
It's all happy clappy, you know. Would I have liked Edér to have some peace? Absolutely. But that's not the way this world works. Yeah. Just want to check something as well. I want to make sure that if I do this battle... Oh yes, missing sentries, I need to do that as well, don't I? Battalion Woodfield. Okay, well, that's interesting. That is a patch.
Elegant yet understated. I had no idea.
Yeah, so that's all the upgrades we've done. This is another one as well. We just got to do this room now. But yeah, it will look better. We can rest here for some bonuses. Okay, I think there is actually one more thing I need to do. Security reports that losing key agents will take in 5 days. So this is another part of Cadno that if you choose to, you can automatically resolve attacks on your stronghold. However, I go to manually resolve it. So we can wait 4 days and have them attack. There we go. And then, like, if you notice here, I have Barathite Cleric, I have Korgrek, the Linebreaker, the Soul Hunter, the Knight, Vagabond Skald, etc. And then that stops them from stealing your wealth and killing your guys.
Of course.
In doing so, you get this stuff. Which isn't much, but you can sell it.
What is it?
Now there is something else as well. There's another quest I want to do. That's what I need to know. If there's one thing I hate with a passion, it's the fandom wikis. I hate their videos that pop up because they've now covered up some essential information. And their videos are covering up the video, the information I need. So what's this article called? I'm just going to copy and paste this and just try and find out my other browser. What a waste of time. Hang on, anyone's
You seem ungrateful back there in the battlefield, and you went out of your way.
Right, because I'm going to find another quest that we might be able to do, but I think this might actually be in the White March. Yeah, the White March Part 1. I thought it would be. So, okay, it was important to you. No, I'll say it was on your mind.
Got real close. Didn't expect that. You know, for a second, I thought I was gonna finally see some answers. Foolish, of course. And why should I get answers? There's a world of Aethasians out there, don't know if their god's been blown up. Still, man can't help looking back. Guess you'd know that well as anyone. I might have turned my back on my god when he needed me. That's all I'll ever know.
Your mistake was waiting for someone else to tell you what was right.
Guess if I'll never know any better, I may as well pick something I feel good about. The best part of worshipping a dead god is there's no punishments. Something to think about, I guess.
So there we go.
What is it?
It seems your fame is spreading. I have heard travelers speaking of your accomplishments in Defiance Bay.
Okay. So that's still being constructed. Even though we fast forward. So I don't think we need to do the White March stuff.
I must say, I'm impressed.
To do the battle. What's it called again? Battle of Yamwood Field. The Battle of Yamwood Field. Right, there's no timer. The quests. So any other quests I can do in the meantime. We're not going to Twin Elms yet. We're going to those cliffs. Paths of Odor. Yeah, why not? Because I think the next expansion will be doing the White March. So let's do this first. So how long have we got? In fact, you know what? Let's not bother. We're going to do the DLC next part. So yeah, we'll do the DLC. Probably do some more in the paths.
This place, as beautiful as it can be with the absence of children.
Oh, I thought we got a place there. We can go down. Right, I'm gonna get off. So, thank you ever so much for watching. Take care, and next time we will be going to the White March. So, yeah. Gonna get off. Thanks for watching. Take care. Stephanie.